am really enjoying coming into my album, me and my brother's album, From Birth. That was one of our songs from my album, you all. And it touches my soul every time I get to play that on the radio. But I am so excited today to be here once again, y'all. This is the Teddy and Monica Show. Tab Nashville Gospel Radio 104.1 FM. And we're excited today, y'all. I'm excited every time I get to do something. Every time I get to make history, every time I get to make a memory, I am super duper excited, y'all. So we're here again today, and we have another special guest, y'all. God is blessing us to get so many special people to come in and have conversations, sacrificial conversations, and everything else that go along with it, y'all. So today, y'all, I have one of my great friends. I've been knowing this young lady, y'all. It's almost about 10 or more years now, or might be 15 or 16 years, ain't it? What you think?
You started with design.
Yeah.
And I came to the first show.
Okay, so it's been about 20 years then, yes. So you all, I have my sister Janae Crump. I'm going to let you introduce yourself to the people and give a small resume before we get started into this intense conversation. So give us a little resume and tell the people who you are today, Janae.
I'm Janae Crump. Originally from Richmond, Virginia. Been in wonderful Tennessee for 33 years. I've been a stylist for 30 years. 2025 marks my 30 year. And it's been a wonderful ride thanks to Teddy.
Yeah, that's hey, I love to hear that.
He was my go-to, and I just admire his work behind the chair, and professionalism is very hard.
Ooh, we're going to talk about that tonight, girl.
Yes,
we're going to talk about that.
And
yes.
I am an entrepreneur. Hair is not all I do. But all of it is great.
And that's a good thing that you said, that you have multiple businesses. I am so excited to hear that you start your new business. Do you want to tell us about that now? We're going to talk about that a little bit later. What's your thought pattern about that?
I can talk about it now.
Okay, go ahead and tell the people what you do now and the other business. First of all, you said you are a salon owner.
Yes.
And give us the name of the salon where it's
Phoenix
located.
In Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Okay, Salon Phoenix in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Mom, you remember going there for that hair show, don't you? Look at my wife like, oh no.
I don't remember. You got to jog my memory.
We got to get you some fish oil. Now I'm messing with you, baby. I'm messing with you. But a beautiful salon in Murfreesboro, y'all. This is one of the... She says that I'm her go-to, but she's actually a go-to of mine as well, because she does things that I need sometimes. So she teaches me things, we teach each other. So, and she helps me stay on top of my game. So Salon Phoenix is the beauty salon. Give us the other business that you just started. I'm excited about this one.
Yes, as I meditate, pray, and embark my single journey of being a single woman now. I've been a single mother, now I'm a single woman. I started a business with my brother in Richmond, Virginia, with a non-medical emergency transport business, where we transport you in a stretcher, wheelchair, or just if you simply got to go to the doctor. But it's not a Uber or Lyft. It's basically contract through the government.
Okay.
Yes, they are the ones that give you your ledger and tell you, and all my drivers have to be drug tested. They have to be clear, no felonies. It's not like a put together business as well. The government don't play, and they do pay. So
okay.
So I'm blessed to be my brother's keeper.
Yeah.
I'm blessed that we trust each other to the point where we can make those type of.
So again, you said that, and I don't know if you heard it well, but you said that y'all transport people on if they're wheelchair bound, or if they have to be taken on a stretcher. So you have vans that's big enough to carry anyone in there. Was it a special type of van you had to get for this?
I have 2 regular passenger vans. I have one bigger van, and then I have one wheelchair van.
Okay. So did you have to gut them out or do anything to
No,
them?
actually, it's amazing because it's important to be good to people. So my brother got a lady that he was friends with. She actually works with selling the vans that's no longer needed for the state. So we was able to get in there and be able to buy vans that's slightly used, not abused, and it was able to set us where we needed to be for a good price.
Wow, that's
So how did you get started in this? Because this is new to me.
Okay, my brother had a restaurant. And he's an entrepreneur as well, because we both, I'm proud of my hood. We both grew up in the hood with our mom, great lady, great place. And he had a restaurant, so he wanted to close the restaurant. So when he closed the restaurant, he went to work with a girl. And our last name is Crump. So the girl was like, I went to school with a Crump. And so we FaceTime, and she knew me. I knew her. I flew home. She gave us the business. She told us everything we needed to know. Again, that's one thing I miss about the East Coast, because it's very different when it comes to iron, sharpening iron. And a couple other people put us under their wing, and like now we're new, so we're kind of slow. So the guys that we know that's been in the business for a long time, they got 11, 12 vans. My brother actually, and our people drive for them on the days that we're not busy.
Wow.
So everybody kind of bounces off each other, but they showed us the rope. My sister-in-law works for the state of Virginia, so she was able to get our LLCs, our insurance, our tags, our titles. She was able to just boom, 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 get it. And I had the cash, they had the knowledge, they wanted to teach us, and we bounced off each other, and it's been great.
Oh, wow.
I love that fact that you made sure you said boom, 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 boom. You made sure you got everything in alignment. You didn't just go out there and just put yourself out there not knowing what was going on. You got educated on the business first. You got taught. You got your LLC. You did the things that it took to get you into the business, and you're in the business properly now. And you had to be able to work for the state.
And the government.
Come on.
You have to be. We have our insurance. The insurance you have to be able to have sick people in your vehicle is like the down payment is like $15,000.
Ooh, girl.
Wow.
So I know about you pulling off some big things and doing some big things in the entrepreneur field. This is huge, and I'm proud of you, darling, because that is multiple streams of income is something that we're gonna have to push and go towards going into this business. I got my guy over here, my videographer, he laughing, and he's pushing into his about second or third business. And this is something that we want to push out there, you all, as a community. We have to understand what entrepreneurship means going forth in this world and what's going on. I'm waiting for this beautiful thing over here to come on. Tell me what her next business is gonna be.
My business is making sure you are well taken care of. No more heart attacks. So that is my ultimate business at the moment.
Amen.
I love it. That's a good business, though. That's a good business.
Yes, it is.
Hey, that's a good one. But since you went there, let's jump off into this topic about, because you are this young lady, and this is another reason why I brought her on here. This is a heart survivor as well. Okay. When she told me her story, I've known her story, but it got more. She told it, and she explained it to me better after I told her what I went through, y'all. And like I said, we're putting this out there today because this is something that we're going to be doing on a regular basis to get us as a community to understand you have to check more than your blood. You have to go to the doctor. You have to get your heart checked. So, Janae, explain real quick to the people, and you have time. I don't want you to rush this thing. I want you to explain what actually happened to you, because I told the people what happened to me last week. 99% blockage in my heart, and did not know what was going on. And when this thing hit me, it hit me hard. And like I said, I thought I was a clean bill of health. I thought everything was going fine. And look at me, I get hit with a heart attack. So I'm at the place now to where I'm trying to make people be aware of the heart muscle. And you said a couple of things to me in our what we talked about prior to this. I want you to explain and talk to the people and tell them exactly what went on with you. And you can throw, you tell me a little about your father as well.
Yes.
So you can throw that in as well. And then Monica, after we do that, I want y'all to piggyback about taking care of or things people need to do to take care of themselves. So you got the platform, Janae. Come on, talk to us.
Well, I had got diagnosed with SVT. It's a long word. I don't know it. I just know the initials. But it was palpitations that zap you of everything because your heart rate gets so high to you're unconscious. You can't do anything. So it started from stress. It started from not drinking enough water. Dehydration was my main thing that took me down. And then after that, I just kept passing out. So I was going to stop driving because I'm like, it'll give you a warning, but not enough to be able to pull over. It's short.
Yeah.
Things happen so fast. So one particular time, I was in Kroger, and I felt it. And I went and got in my car. I drove home and didn't know how I got there. About an hour later, my godson, he's a EMT, so he came there to check my vitals. Couldn't get what he needed, so he had to get an ambulance for me. And that's when I understood that this thing was very, very, very serious. And every time this happens, your heart rate is not going to just drop back down to normal. So you have to have a medication that they use called adenosine. And they put it in an IV, but it only have a 4-second chance to work.
Wow.
Once that don't work, you have to go in and be shocked. So, and it hurts. My veins done been blowed in my arm, and I couldn't use my arm multiple times. And I just didn't understand exactly how I got there. But from what I'm understanding from the doctors, it could have been something I was born with. So when I had surgery, they said that your heart has electricity as well as blood flow.
Yeah.
So those are things you have to check. You can get an EKG. Make sure you check your whole heart health.
I got to jump in right there because I don't want to get past what you just said. And this is something that if you want to jump in, Monica, EKGs are important for our community.
It is.
That's one thing that I know a lot of people out here say, well, I go get my blood work. I get my blood drawn. They cannot check your heart. And this is what my doctor has been telling me. They cannot check your heart with just blood work. So I know, Monica, you said you're going to go get one and we're going to get our children. And you say that's something we're going to start doing.
Definitely. And that's what your cardiologist suggested that we do.
Yeah.
Echocardiogram. You need once you get 40, I think that you should start getting an echocardiogram as well. Because I done had about 10 of those. It's where it's like an ultrasound.
Yes.
And they actually watches it work.
That's what it did. Yeah.
And that go intense because it's your main motor. When that motor stops, you're done.
Yeah.
And just get as intense with that as you can. A EKG is great. I wouldn't say it, but it's a whole lot of other things that you can get. Because I don't think a EKG show blockage.
Well, he told me that the one he did it with the ultrasound.
With the ultrasound,
yeah. So,
yes.
Yeah, if it's the one that has the ultrasound, that one showed the electricity that you was talking about. It showed it in color. It showed the valves opening up and everything. So it makes sure that it comes with the one that's an ultrasound that's with that situation. So I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had to throw that in there, y'all. People, please, like she said, if you're over 40, go and get at least I don't know the exact term for it, but it's the one where it's an ultrasound of your heart. I'm gonna say that the EKG with the ultrasound of your heart. So let's go back to your story. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had to put that in there, dog.
Yes,
So,
and then my dad, he had a heart aneurysm that was small. They put a mesh over top of it, but every time his blood pressure fluctuated, it was bulging. So they was wanting to keep that in mind. And he got transferred to Centennial and another team of doctors. And I witnessed my dad coming under 22% heart function to 99% heart function. Dr. Zachary of Centennial said if that x-ray didn't have the mesh in it, he would think it was another person.
Wow.
And so your heart can heal if you get the proper care.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So another thing, what you were saying that yours, you fell out and the guy came, your godson, or he came and he checked and you didn't have no pulse, so they took you to the doctor then. But when you got there, what actually happened when you got there?
Well, they worked on me for 44 minutes in my driveway.
What? Wow.
Wow.
Yes. And then I got to the hospital. I stayed 4 days. Yes, that particular stay. And of course, that was one of the times I had to have the adenosine multiple times because whatever my body was going through, it wouldn't shake it. It wouldn't accept the medication. So that's when I made up in my mind that I was going to fix this. And I'm a bad girl. I like sweet tea. And caffeine was not my friend. And I'm a chocolate eater. So I was kind of hurting myself a lot. So luckily, and by the grace of God, what's the chances of you coming down with some heart issue that can be 100% changed, turned around to be, I don't have a cardiologist anymore. I don't go to the heart doctor anymore. Whatever that was, it was been fixed. I haven't had another episode, nothing. I had surgery July 22nd, 2023.
Okay. So that's actually been a quick recovery. And I've been blessed with that recovery situation too, y'all. I went and my doctor said if I do what I'm supposed to do within 3 years, I won't even know I've had a heart attack. He said I didn't damage it to the point to where it's just torn. But he said you have to have a lifestyle now, and that's key. Monica, y'all, this young lady, sometimes I feel like a baby when it comes to this caretaker that I have, and I mean, I give it up to you and tell people some of the things that this thing has entailed in our life now and what we're having to do now, Monica.
Well, first of all, I have to give honor to God because my husband is still here. It's something that I can't shake, meaning to know he had 99% blockage and they had a hard time putting a stent in. God just decided to keep him here.
Yeah.
And so what that entails for this household is a strict diet, and I mean strict. I am constantly in the kitchen. I'm researching. He has to have 3 meals a day. He's on like 8 to 9 medications.
Yes.
We're also battling the diabetes as well. So some of the things is spikes his sugar. So I am really having to figure out how to feed this young man. But y'all, I enjoy it because it's going to help me as well as my daughter. Anyone really that's around us, because we have cut out so much. So even today, everybody know my lunch hour is the grocery store. So I'm constantly picking up things, thinking about how to make him better, because I had learned that the stick can get clogged.
Yeah.
So all that's in the forefront of my mind. So not only that, he has to exercise 30 minutes a day. We're getting in bed earlier. We haven't mastered that yet, but we have been trying to get in bed earlier, scale it back. Yesterday was a day of rest. And like I was telling him, the Lord created the Sabbath for a reason. And so that's what we're going to take advantage of. And so he rested yesterday. My rest, everybody can say, make sure you take care of yourself. As long as my family is taken care of, I'm good. So my downtime, which is strange to some people, is the kitchen. I was in the kitchen majority yesterday. That's my peace. That's my mental. Cutting up things. My mind is racing. I'm talking to the Lord, doing what I do. And then the finished product is to see a smile on his face. Because yesterday I just did something totally different. Because, we've been trying to experiment. So, he got tired of some of the same foods. So I decided to venture out. But what I'm saying, this whole thing is a journey of make sure all the medicines are taken on time. Making sure he eats. Make sure, he has this thing on his arm to check his sugar. So I'm constantly, if I hear a beat, I know something's going on, what's going on. So the Lord has allowed certain things to transpire in our life now. And we're just more aware of everything. I know we had pizza at church Sunday, and there were cookies and cupcakes, but we weren't allowed to touch it.
Not at all, y'all. It is really becoming a disciplined lifestyle, Janae. And I know, I'm going to jump back at you. I know that you had to let go of the caffeine. You had to let go of some of that chocolate, which I know you still indulge some. I know you do. But what have you been doing to really, really help with your situation as well? Because you, like you said, the doctor told you that you're doing well. So you had to do something. So give us the secret to your situation, what you did.
Glory to be to God. I'm 51 under no medication.
Okay.
So, because the medication that I was on was for the SVT. So once they fixed that, I don't have any medication. But I just, I really hadn't changed my diet a whole lot, but I changed my life a lot. So I'm now, the things I used to worry about, I don't worry about no more.
That's good.
The things I used to stress about don't bother me no more. The peaceful place that I am, the way I am today, is a place that I never imagined being in my life. And I think that, actually, I know that was part of my heart condition. I believe that. I totally wholeheartedly believe that this was something that I accrued through my life of heartache and pain and lifestyle and, the things that most people go through.
Wow. I ask myself sometimes, was I stressed out? And I mean, Monica, do you think I was stressed? I mean, do you think?
I really do. You have a lot on your plate, and I tell all men, I would not want to be a man because anything that goes on here, from a bug, a spider, all the way down to, hey, honey, the garbage disposal is making a noise. Even the other week, I was like, baby, I turned the heat on upstairs and it's making this noise. And I leave it alone. It's like, how you hand stuff to God, you be like, hey, the ball's in your court. I throw it in his court. And not only, he's a father. Trinity has basketball. He's trying to make it to all the games. He's running the beauty salon. He has the TC distributors with the products. And then we got the radio station. He does praise and worship at work, at church. Everyone is always pulling on him. He's being pulled in all directions. And so I really do, because it's so much that you can handle to me. And so I really do think at times I and me overloaded his plate, because we always want to include him. So I'm like, well, can you make it to a game? Because Trini really wants you there, and he's trying to, make sure all his customers are done. His phone is always ringing, no matter what. Even on Sunday, I was like, who's calling? You're watching a game. But he's going to pick that phone up and he's going to see what it is that you need, So while he went through his ordeal, I tried to answer his phone and it was overwhelming. I told the people, I said, I'm sorry. A couple times I had to just shut it off. It was just too much. And so I do think he had a lot on his plate, but guarantee he won't have a lot of stuff on his plate now because I'm scaling everything back. Scaling everything back because I need him here.
And that dives off into, I love what you said, Janae, about that you have downsized a lot of the stress, a lot of the things that you're doing, which I have now. I mean, this work week, this week, it has been amazing because I still going early, but I'm out of that salon at a certain time of the day now, and I got a couple of friends. One of my guys named Justin, and this bruh, he works like crazy, and he's my handyman. Everybody. This boy is amazing, and I watch him work nonstop, like
without
eating. And those are some of the things that I was doing. Okay, I would go in that salon and work, and wouldn't eat properly, wouldn't do the things I'm supposed to do. And that thing will play a part in taking you down, because when your body is worn out, y'all, I'm starting to learn something. I'm starting to really get my when your body, and you can tell me when we're going to get to your business and business stuff in a second, young lady. But when you're in business for yourself, people don't understand that you have to work a little bit harder. And especially if you're starting it out, but you still cannot overwhelm yourself. And that's one thing that I've learned from this whole situation is that you can't do it all in one day. You cannot, I'm trying to do 9 customers a day, which if you think about the math and the time, I mean, when did you stop doing listed? How many you do a day now, girl?
Some days, none. Some days, like tomorrow, I have 2.
Okay.
Thursday is, I take my grandson to get his hair cut.
Okay.
I don't work on Fridays at all.
Wow.
This Friday I was with you. I pretty much, that wear and tear, but my knees hurt. My ankles hurt. My back hurt. I mean, I'm not a little girl, and I need to lose weight. I really do. But it's wear and tear. It's just my knees are horrible.
Yeah.
I wear good shoes and everything, but it's horrible. And standing behind that chair, people don't understand that we are counselors as well. Mm-hmm. And, I'm sure I can come talk to Teddy, and he ain't going to just leave it when I leave and not think about it again. We'll think about it again when we brushing our teeth.
Yeah.
Janae came by, sometimes other people's stuff affects us, especially when you've been doing them 20 years. They are not just your client, they're your friends.
Yes,
that's
Lord.
Family.
Yes.
And we take all, it didn't your wear and tear at home. So it's a double decker, and I said this to be funny when I came to see you. I was like, these hair people turn us up. They just they pulling on our heartstrings. That's what I said. And I was like, that's kind of crazy that, we both have hard things, but behind the chair it's got its pros and its cons. But I haven't done like 9 and 10 people in maybe 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I went into mentorship, and that did very well for me.
Come on, talk about that mentorship real quick. Because I need that right there. I think I've been doing that, but these days I don't think that people want to be mentored.
No, because what we know is old school. We don't know nothing but no baby hair and no lace front. We didn't come from that.
Yeah.
We know how to grow your hair where you look at Miss.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get tresses like that on a lace front.
Right. Right.
This is her. You did that.
Yeah.
I got many people on my books looks just like that. We are the last of real cosmetologists.
Yes, ma'am.
These women now, sorry, but they are hairstylists. It's a difference.
Come on, girl, talk about that thing.
And to be a cosmetologist, you have to get into the follicle. You have to get into the way it grow. You got to get into what kind of hair. You got to get into what to put on it.
Yeah.
You got to get into how to get her to take care of it. You got to get her in there every week or 2 weeks. And then it's going to have your name all on it.
Yes.
You know, and that's what we have a hard time getting people to understand. I've always taken care of my hair. I got whooped for taking care of my hair. I dyed my hair in the 3rd grade, blonde. I put some peroxide on my hair and went outside and played. And when I came back, it was orange.
Oh my goodness.
My mama said, if you lose your head of hair, I'ma whoop you.
Wow.
And all of it came out on the pillow.
What?
I lost I did the salt and pepper. It was like I had a whole big side that was blonde on the end.
Yeah. So you was in it for real.
I was creative at a little age. I was like, I have to do this. And so my mom said, that's how I knew that you was a stylist. She said, because you started early messing in your hair. And I did. So, you know, and it groomed me to be, I wanted to be professional. I didn't just want to be a girl that fixed hair.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a girl that made a difference in my community. I wanted to be a girl that made a difference in the women that I touch. I wanted to be a girl that embarked on my journey of being just a black woman, period. I take very much pride in who I am, what I stand for, and what integrity is.
Yes, Lord. That's good stuff right there. And
her. She brought back memories because I don't know if you remember, but I did mine with Kool-Aid.
See, that was the next step. I was trying to get it light so I can get that tropical punch and put it on it and make it burgundy, right?
Look, she one of those just stylists. She ain't no haircut person. She just a stylist talking about some Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I did the Kool-Aid in my hair.
Wow.
Although you know it didn't take.
But what's so wild about what we're talking about now, and that's a good way to jump into the segment of what I want to get into about the business side of being professional in your craft. So many. I mean, me and you, we've flown to New Jersey, we've flown to New York, we went different places to go get educated about color products, about classes that we used to have about product knowledge. Most of the products that we use, y'all, we don't buy our product from Sally's, from the Chinese stores that are owned by. I'm not starting the Hair We Are. What's the name of those places?
Hair Worlds.
Hair Worlds, and we don't go to those. If we go there, y'all, we go there to buy a comb. We go there to buy some neck strips, eyeliners,
some
things
razors
of that nature.
to do our lovely eyebrows.
Absolutely. So it's been so many people, you all, that's coming in the industry now that they don't understand. Professional product would take you to the next level in your business. Like I literally have a customer, you all, who this young lady, she would relax her own hair because she felt like everyone else that touched her burned her scalp totally. We have a product, a relaxer that we're using, and Janae, you use this relaxer as well.
Yes.
We have a product that we use, y'all, that we are able to give people relaxers with no burning at all, burning sensation, no scabs. And a lot of people have gotten away from relaxers, y'all, but we're not going to sit on here and talk about relaxers like that because a movie messed up the whole relaxer game. Relaxers are actually okay for your hair if they're applied properly, if they're conditioned properly. So I say all this to say that we use professional products. How do you get your products, Janae? What's your method of getting your products? What do you normally have to do to get your products?
I wait on the product man, distributors. Like you said, I don't go to stores. They call me, what do I need to wash my hair with, baby? You can come to Salon Phoenix and I have this.
Yeah.
Let me feel it. Let me tell you what to do. I don't know what to tell you to buy at Sally's.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Another thing about those places, y'all, you don't know how long the product has been sitting on their shelves, y'all. They will recycle these products and just have them sitting there and then change the date. And then look, I've seen sometimes I went in and I seen stuff that's been there 2-3 months later, 4 or 5 months later, and it's not good to keep a relaxer on the shelf that long, y'all. So like I said, we deal with African American chemists, we deal with Latino chemists,
Yes.
we deal with some Caucasian chemists as well, but we try to go out and buy professional products. So that's one of the things that we do as professionals in this game, and that's for any industry. You want to always use a professional product. Then we keep our salons and they're super clean. Like when I came to your salon, I was super impressed because it made me feel like I was at my salon.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit, girl. Come on, talk about that a little bit.
It's a part of who I am. I like to be on tack because this is me.
Yeah.
Now, if I work for you, I might be a little late. You know, I might not clean the bathroom as good, but this is me.
Yeah.
When it's come to me, I have to be very much on tack. That's a part of my integrity. I just cannot drop the ball when it's dealing with myself. I have to have things in a certain place. And, you know, sometimes I make my own self sick.
Yeah.
Because I'm so picky. But I have to be, because nobody take care of you like you. Nobody gonna love you like you.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna take care of your stuff like you. So you have to take good care of what God give you.
So do you feel like that's why you've been able to survive as long as you have in your salon, because you're in there? That's one thing that I'm starting to understand, because when you're not in there, things will break down. Things will happen.
They don't take care of your stuff. You come back, things are broke.
Yeah.
Yep, things that cost a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember one particular day, I was ready to go have a birthday party for my son, and the girl was in the shampoo bowl, and we heard a loud noise, boom, and we was like, what was that? When we went back there, my whole shampoo bowl fell backwards and shattered.
Wow.
Just from that day, I had to spend $1,000 that night to get me another shampoo bowl.
Another shampoo bowl put in, and those are some of the things that we have to understand. Have you done anything like getting funding or anything with your business, the salon business, or you just pretty much did it on your?
I mean, from COVID, I did, get some funding,
Okay.
but other than that, I've never, my husband and my ex and I, we had school buses, we had a car wash, we had multiple streams of income. So my beauty shop was one of the things where I could just take care of, because the money was there. The school bus business was our bread and butter.
Okay.
We done dipped and dabbed in a lot of stuff. Look at you.
I love it, the multiple streams. So going back to talking about the teaching kids and having a way, what the ladies that come in your salon now, how do you approach them? What's your approach when you get a new stylist in your salon now?
First, she have to be willing to be teachable. I don't allow people in my space that's not teachable, because this is the thing. It takes only one bad apple to spoil the whole thing. If you look on my Facebook page, my son tagged me into a lady that had a sleek shortcut with the Marcells.
I saw that.
Yes, and the first person said, Janae is the GOAT.
I saw that.
I've built that, and it means the world to me. Not for bragging rights, but for the fact of knowing how picky I was about what goes out my door. And you can come in, you can work, but it got to kind of be approved by me. You got to be right. You don't have to be, but you can't work here, and when you get into mentorship, the way I was successfully able to do that, because I was well known, I was able to look at people like, say Miss Monica come there. I said, Miss Monica, I'm going to let Sheila do your hair, but if you're not satisfied, I'm right here. If it's something you think she need to do different, I'm right here. If you need anything, she's my mentee, I'm the mentor. You can come to me. So she do a good job. Now you're her client.
Yeah.
But standing behind what I mean, what I stand for, and it gave me back a lot of the money that I felt like I had lost in the industry.
That's good. That's good. I'm taking that mentality now very much so. I'm really realizing you cannot do them all yourself. And I'm going to take that approach with a lot of, I have great stylists in my salon. I got some girls that's done been with me for a long time. But I'm starting to realize one other thing, I got to get more involved. I've been, laid back, I'm talking about to the point to where I just let them go. And this has taught me with this new lifestyle, what's going on, that I have to push more. I have to train more. I have to. So me and you talked, and that's something that we and Monica, that's something that you need to know. We've been talking about doing some classes and doing them in a way to where we're going to let people know what we're doing. We're not going to just tag in one product. We're going to let people know what we're doing from the beginning to the end with multiple products that we use, because we use several products. I mean, on one head, how many products could you use on one head?
About 7.
About 7 products on one head. And that's me as well. I might use a different leave-in. I might use a different holding spray from another company. Like I said, my relaxer, my color, all of my so we're not going to get boxed into one company no more. We're going to educate for that company if they want us, because she's one of the educators with me as well. We're going to educate for those companies, but now we said, okay, it's time to take this thing to another level in 2025. We want to do classes now to where we're teaching people how to go from the start to the beginning and let them know what product we're using. So if there's anyone out there that's listening to this now, that's going to listen to the podcast, get ready, you all, for going into this new year, because we have to change the paradigm for what's going on in this industry. We want to make people understand we have to take this back, because this is one industry, you all, that the robots they're not going to be able to take our business from us. So if we're doing what we're doing right, we have to be able to be with all different nationalities. You have to know how to do, because hair is hair, and that's one thing that we learned, didn't we?
Hair is hair.
I know you do Caucasians, you do Latinos. I know you do everything over there.
I can.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
Hair is hair.
Yeah. So that's something that we're going for, and I'm gonna need your help to help us orchestrate this. Don't smile like that. You looking like here he go with another thing. Think he gonna throw everything on my plate? No,
that's not not what that look is for. Whatever you do, I got your back 100%.
Yeah.
But
Amen,
this look is for, I want the people out there to know that when you go get your hair done, this stuff is not cheap. These products that these stylists over here to my left is using, it's not cheap. So when you go into the salon and they charge these prices, like I tell Teddy, my nails are important to me. So whatever my girl Erin, I trust her on whatever she does, I'm going to pay, because that's how important that thing is to me. So all these products that 7 products, that costs you all money. So therefore you got to incorporate that cost into the price of the hair. So ladies and gentlemen, when you go get your hair done, don't try to shortchange your stylist.
We thank you for that plug.
I'm just being serious, because
I always say that we are. If you have a professional stylist, we are using things that like the doctor. You're not gonna go to the doctor for Tylenol.
Right.
You're going to buy that at the Walgreens.
Right.
But we got what Walgreens don't sell. So we can take you to another level like your doctor.
Yeah.
So if you want professional hair, you have to go to a professional stylist.
That's good.
And get that professional service using them professional products.
And I'm going to throw this in there, y'all. I've realized now that you have to give your clients their time now. That's something special to me now, that this heart tech has taken me to. COVID had me there at first. Okay, I was flown into that COVID situation to where I was doing one person at a time, then clean up the shop, then I wait on the next one to come in. As soon as COVID went away, what
back.
I do.
Go right back.
I'm right back. I got 3-4 people looking at me at one time, like when he gonna get started on me. So I have to say this to my clients as well, and to everyone out there. We have to do better with that as well, because time, I'm realizing this, you all, time is more precious than money.
Yes.
And that's one thing that we have realized, and that's making me realize your time in life is way more precious. So when you come to me now, I'm going to give you your time. I had one of my customers today, and she's about to have a surgery. I'm not going to put her name out there, but she's about to have a surgery. And she came today, you all, to get something done. But we realized that she didn't need nothing done because she's going to have a turban on her head the whole entire 6 weeks. So I had what you just said, Janae. I had the product in the salon that she needed. Shouts out to Deserve Oils, the Deserve Oil that I gave her. And y'all, I was able to pray over her. I was able
Yes.
to, like, massage the oil into her scalp and really, really speak to her spirit, because she was scared. She was going through. She knew that in the morning.
And we know how that is.
Exactly. And that's why it hit me so hard, because y'all have to understand, great personal stylists, y'all, we're more than just your hair. I spoke into her life today, Monica, and she cried with me. We praised God. I told her the things that she needed to go forth. And when she walked up out of there, y'all, she came in crying, walked out of there with a smile. So y'all, it's more than just hair. It's so much more, y'all. And like I say, I'm so grateful, because we have to get into a space in life that what people understand. And I said this before, we're so busy disconnecting from each other. I looked at a documentary about AI yesterday. And one thing we have to understand, AI is that's going to be a tool that's going to separate us even more. It's going to have you dependent on robots to do everything. It's going to take jobs. But if we as a people get back into communing, talking, being with each other, and creating things that only humans can create, and that's peace, joy, the fruits of the spirit, other situations, love, girl.
Yes.
Those are the things that's all that matters, y'all.
Genuine love.
That's all that matters.
Yes.
That's all that matters now, y'all. So I'm starting to get it. I hate that we had to go through what we went through, Janae, but I am starting to understand something on a whole nother level, y'all. It's about communing, loving, appreciating.
But you know what, Teddy?
Come on.
I said, my best friend, her husband is a pastor. We've been best friends for years. I remember looking up at her and saying, "Why me?" And you know what her response was? "Janae, why not you?"
Right.
"Teddy, why not you?"
Right.
You have a podcast. Things happen I believe that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And I feel God didn't save you by a mistake. It
Wow.
wasn't a mistake. It was to make awareness
Yes.
to the other people that needs that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's rocky, but we can endure.
Yes.
So that's why we have the platform and the love in our heart and the want to be there for people.
Yes,
so
yes,
that
yes.
was his reason for saving us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's bigger than what we sometimes can sit here and think. You know, it's way bigger than that. Because when we think about God, we talk about it all the time, how big he is.
Yeah, and don't really understand that,
How big he is.
How big he is. That's good right there, girl. That's good. And we talked about that in Sunday school last. I mean, think about how when Mary had to accept that she was pregnated, you all, without having intercourse. Who does that? Who does something that big? Who implants a baby inside of a woman without? Come on now. And we talked about it, but how Mary had to understand how big of a thing that was. But he's doing things that we don't think that's big, y'all. Yeah, I was sitting there like, life is big. Him providing for you is big. Him making it to where you have loved ones that's still living. You have a home. You have those people back in that day. Their faith was big.
Big.
They had to have faith because they didn't have all these tools that we get. We sitting here looking at computers. We sitting here. I can go straight to the computer and find anything I want to find now. They had to either read it or someone had to say it to them, or it had to come in a dream. An angel had to appear or come to them. And he speaks to us the same way. We just got so many devices and so many things that's just distracting us that we don't listen to what God's saying. And he's constantly saying, and I'm telling y'all, and this, I'm going to go back to what, think about how big it was for me, y'all. I could have been gone. Janae, you could have been gone. We could have been, it could have been a wrap. And
I used to know, Teddy. I used to know, Janae.
Ooh. So everything that he's doing, you all, is huge. So Janae, I have enjoyed you today. Like I said, God has given us inspiring people, and I know you have inspired the people, because to see a young lady, and you say you're 51 now, and starting another business.
Starting another business.
You're never too old to say that you can't do it out here.
Somebody told me one time it takes 7 streams of income to be a millionaire, and I've been telling my kids since they were babies that mama gonna die a millionaire.
Wow.
And I want y'all to be able, and I want to just take the time to shout out to my 2 beautiful sons.
Come on.
They are 2 amazing boys.
Yeah.
And knowing what kids can get into today. And, you know, me, I'm smart, but I'm not educated like with degrees and stuff.
Yeah.
But God has had his hand on us the whole time. And I've been blessed to have hard workers, great fathers, boys that's just wonderful guys. And I'm just grateful to be their mother.
Yes,
and I'm just grateful that they gave me the 2 beautiful grandkids I could ever. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell them thank you. Thank you for making me the woman that I am. Thank you for being obedient to my teaching. Thank you for, you know, allowing me to embark in your life to the point where you're not a statistic.
That's
Amen.
Baby, when you say
Yes.
that, we think about our children. It just puts a joy in your heart.
Give you happy
like,
feet.
Give you
Yeah.
like make you want to woo now. Because we have, like, God has blessed us with 2 beautiful ones too. I ain't got no grandbabies yet. That's my next thing, baby. I'm so ready for a grand. Monica, like, stop rushing. No,
Yes.
baby.
He's young. He's got a little time to go, sweetheart.
Girl, I want the grandbaby.
It's all in God's time, and it's all in God's
He can
time.
have a grandbaby for me. I'll watch it. No, I'm messing
You
with
know
you.
what?
And then when it get on my nerves, I can send it back to him.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about grandchildren. But y'all, we're about to come to a conclusion today. So I just want you to give your quick conclusion. I'm going to give mine real quick. Actually, we're going to start with Monica. You got about a minute to give a conclusion on about tonight's show, baby.
I hope you all have enjoyed tonight. I have tremendously enjoyed it. It's just a pleasure to know that you are a survivor. And that gives us courage to know that in one day, because, you know, we speak into existence, he's going to be off all this medication.
Yeah.
Amen.
And, like, you know, and you look beautiful. So that's just encouraging to know, hey, our turn is next.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So my conclusion is, y'all, I'm so blessed. I can't explain to you enough. Everything is going up. I'm excited to be around people like this young lady, and I hope you all have enjoyed Janae tonight, y'all. Like I say, God is blessing us to just be able to talk and be with so many great people and around so many. We are creating a community. Janae, last words.
I want to say the rest of my life will be the best of my life.
Come on.
And I'm so excited to be able to look into what we're going to
girl.
do and all the things that I can do to be a vessel, to get everybody that's around me. We going to bounce off each other and get the things that we need.
That's good.
And and it's gonna be a beautiful thing. I have the vision, I know it, and I don't think God blessed people to be blessed all alone. I think we supposed to each one teach one. I live by that daily. And it has caused me to be so blessed.
That's good.
Amen.
And I'm just really excited to work with you and do things in the community.
Yes, ma'am. So, like I said, y'all, you have been listening to WFTB 104.1 Tab Nashville Gospel Radio, the Teddy and Monica Show. Y'all, this has been another special night. Every time I get to do this, I'm going to tell y'all it's going to be special. So tune in. We love you all for being here listening tonight. You all have a blessed evening. I told y'all it was going to be a good conversation, sacrificial conversations. Did you subscribe yet? Hit that like button. You might get something that's going to help your life. Y'all be blessed.